As your kids grow and go, it's pretty common that some or a lot of their stuff can stay behind in your house. And you have to decide what you're going to do with that, what boundaries you're going to set up. And so I thought it might be helpful to you if you got to see us handle this situation in our own lives. We have 7 children total. One is living with his wife and children down south. Another is living about an hour away in an apartment, and he's about to make a big move. And then a third is in college. And so he also has technically moved out, but you know how it is with college students. They've kind of moved and kind of not moved. Today, I'm pulling out everything that the son who is making the big move with his wife has left in our home so he can go through it and make his decisions. And I also kind of stumble upon my college son's things and decide that I'd like to make some steps to helping him declutter, and let's see how it goes. Let me give you a little brief update on what we got going on down here.
There used to be a couch right here. We got rid of the couch. Hallelujah. We brought the kayaks down, and doesn't it seem odd that we would allow for this? But here was the thing. That all was frozen solid to the kayaks, so at some point I'm going to have to brush them down and clean all that up. This is a bit of a hot mess. We have some empty boxes that will get moved. Then this had like pillows in it, so I'll just move those temporarily till I get that figured out. But this is the area where I want to put all of my son's things, as he is making a big move. So all of his stuff's going to go right here, and then he's coming tomorrow, and we're going to go through the stuff and figure out what he wants to keep and what we can help him get rid of. That is his already, as is the box under there. I have no idea what this box is. Then I did get 3 new boxes at Walmart, and some of the things that are staying in here, I want to transfer them to boxes that I know fit on the shelves. Like this box was an issue. Over here, I have some boxes I'm going to offer to my son when he moves, and the smaller ones I just need to break down and get rid of. I kept them because I thought I might use them for Christmas wrapping, which I did not, clearly. We put the 2 Christmas trees in here that were the pencil trees, and now we need to get out anything that belongs to my son. Because anything he's taking with him, I want in that area. Should we clean out that area first of stuff that's moving? Yeah, we should, because you've got to have a place to put this stuff. The vacuum was over there.
Yeah, that I can take care of.
And these pillows I need to move, because that's my mess. Watch out for my camera. Then we have some empty cardboard boxes and empty plastic box. My goal was to have all of my son's things right here in this spot, which at the bottom of the stairs. That way he could look over them easily and we could go through them easily. Things had again accumulated over the holidays. Oh, a dishcloth?
These are all empty boxes. This.
Okay. So, like, this one I would get rid of, but these are really good for cooking back.
Alright, so I'll put them over here.
But, like, you don't need the guts of this one. That we can get rid of. Happy day! As our kids grow and go, I am okay with storing things that they want to keep if they're living in a place that is too small for that stuff and it is a temporary living situation where they're eventually going to be in something larger. My only preference there is that they would have their things decluttered and only be keeping here the things they know they want to bring into their future. Fran's keep.
So that goes back under the stairs.
Yeah. Not under the stairs. And then these are Christians. What, to make a little walk path for him. Because it's like shirts and stuff he hasn't worn in years.
Yep.
The decluttering part is always a work in progress because you're going to change your mind on what you want to keep from year to year. So I do try to get their storage out at least yearly or when they're home on college breaks, just to make sure that they are keeping the things that they really want to bring into their future. Of course, if I were to move and downsize, then there would be tougher decisions to make.
I know we're all going to differ, or many of us are going to differ, on whether or not to keep storage for our grown children. We're not all going to land in the same spot, which is absolutely fine because there is no one good decision on that. For some of those, it would be too much to keep. For other of us, we don't mind keeping it. I just think it's just something to think through and decide and communicate clearly, and then everyone is on the same page and understands the expectations. For us, there's a difference between someone who's at college, someone who has an apartment, and someone who has a house. So we kind of make those decisions based on what type of living situation they're in, and we just try to keep the lines of communication open. And we've been very fortunate not to be taken advantage of in this area.
The whoosie wants it? Could you get me the whoosie wants it?
Whisk.
Whisk?
Whisk broom.
It's not a whisk broom.
Yes, it is.
I meant the dustpan anyway.
For me, having such a large storage space means that I have the opportunity to delay decisions. And every time that I have stuff to clean up down there, that is always what it is. Either I'm delaying putting it away correctly because no one can see it, or I'm delaying the decision on whether or not to keep it in the first place.
Can you put that over by the door? Any Christmas trees that are under here are going.
Even though I was really coming down here to get out all of my son's things, of course, you're always going to see other things. And since my husband had carved out some time to help me, I could not resist getting him to move some things around that needed to be moved. Things that I see that could be decluttered are going right then, and I'm not going to wait. So you always got to keep those things in mind, that you're going to go down there for one purpose and you're going to get a little sidetracked, and that's okay, because sometimes that's a good thing.
Right. Oh, wait. This is stuff to get rid of.
What is
This.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, come here.
Then, while we were looking for the things that belonged to my son, we found other things that I had neglected, like boxes of toys. My daughters had 3 huge boxes full of Barbie stuff that they had set aside years ago to get rid of, and they had ended up in the corner, and I had never gotten rid of them. And then I thought they belonged to my son, but they didn't, obviously. So that was a really good thing, too. So we were immediately able to put those over by the door where we put things that are leaving. One of the big challenges I have had is to keep everyone's things labeled and in a way that I can keep track of what we have.
Oh, this is his too. Yay! I found another one. I got it though. I can work this one. I'm feeling motivated now, so I'm going to keep working, but I want to show you where we're at.
So this is that back wall, and these are table leaves, a piano stand, which may or may not stay there, and then the 2 pencil trees that we got at Michael's. This is photos that as I go through, I'm putting them in a box for each kid. And then these are things I think I need to rebox. I don't think they fit on the shelves. I might check again. But as you can see, there's definitely plenty of room. That drum stool can come down. It doesn't need to take up space on the shelf. Then I found things that were jammed in the corner that we're getting rid of. So this was all toys. It's literally all Barbie stuff. Then this is trash. And this is trash. Okay. Ah! Oh no. So, and then these are 2 trees I'm getting rid of. Honestly, they came from the Dollar General. They're probably just trash. And then this was stuff I had already decluttered another day that I kind of forgot about. So that is going. So I've got quite a good pile of stuff that's leaving. Can you believe?
Crazy how you can just declutter and then still have so much stuff that you're decluttering and you keep finding it. But this basement goes the entire foundation of my house. All right, I've got a dead battery, so I'm going to go change out the battery, and maybe when the battery is completely dead, then I'll know I'm done. But I think I'm going to rebox these in the boxes that I got. And I am also, this particular box, I don't know if I've ever shown that to Francois. It's his stuff, and so I'm going to lay it out on a table and take pictures of it and see what he wants to get rid of. Robin went outside to get the Christmas lights off the house. I'm going to do these few little things to get some things transferred, but I officially
do not have anything stored in cardboard boxes anymore, except for the pencil trees, but that's the box they came in. So I'm pretty excited about that. That was a journey in itself. Everything that was still in a cardboard box belongs to my son, and I'll be offering him boxes to take with him. There'll be good moving boxes for him, so I'm pretty excited about that. So let's get these few things done. All right, so this was Fran's stuff. Of course, he wants his diploma. I know that. So I guess I'll put in things I know he'll keep. But I know he'll want all of the greeting cards, the sentimental things I'm going to put in there. Whoa! Painting his sister made, pictures, all that he'll keep. And then he definitely does not need his driver's ed manual. Oh, goodness. And he definitely does not need random sheet music. He's got replacements for that stuff. What the heck is this? Oh, so I guess I need to set up a table. I'm going to set up a table. Can you see me? I'm going to set up a table, lay it all out on the table for him, take pictures, and send it to him, which I actually think I did, but I feel like you need to redecide like every year, because the more he gets into where he's living now, I think the less he's going to care about this stuff. Let's see. Card table, where to go? Cards? Maybe I'll just lay it. Okay, I'm going to lay it on the floor because I can't find my table.
So I pulled out all the stuff for the son who is moving many states away with his wife, and they will have that stuff to go through, and they will make those decisions. Anything they want will go with them. Anything they do not want, we will help them to donate or throw away, whatever is appropriate. So in my little journey here, I don't know if this is a sidetrack, but it is another situation where it is a son who has moved on. He's in college, but it's a different situation because he's only going to be there temporarily, and then he'll decide where he's going to go from there. That is a different situation for me. So what I like to do is to get their things out every once in a while. If they're not here where I can ask them, then I'm going to be taking pictures of those things and texting it to them and asking them what they would like to keep and what they would like to give away. And many times that emotional separation helps them to let go, but not always.
So I'm going to put the pictures first. I'm just going to say, hey, Mom is decluttering again. Let's see. Mom is decluttering again. What of this do you want to keep? I'm not asking what he wants to get rid of, because sometimes I don't get complete answers, and I'd rather say, what do you want to keep? And I'll get rid of everything he doesn't mention. I feel like I'll get rid of more that way. Yay! We'll see what he says. In the meantime, I will just pop this stuff back in this box and hope for the best.
The natural question is, why am I managing their things for them? And the real answer to that is because I'm the one who has the motivation of decluttering and downsizing what we keep.
Now this is sentimental items. I know he'll want to keep. I also know it fits nicely right here. Actually, it could even fit in the other box I have here. So I know this was all sentimental stuff too, so I know this other sentimental stuff will fit in there, like so.
And of course, if you can't get rid of something, the next best thing is definitely condensing it so that it's together and more compact.
Look at that. Now, that gives me another box. What did I just do with the lid? Oh, here it is. And this does not need to be on a shelf. Whoa. Yay. Slow down, Karen. Those are boots of his. That's for another day. These two boxes are actually why I bought the smaller boxes, because they don't fit on the shelves. So I want everything we keep to fit on the shelves. I really hope that coming alongside of this declutter with me will help you to decide what do you want to do or have your kids do with their things when they grow and go, when they're in college, when they have their first small, tiny apartment. What do you want? All right, so this is Crecia's off-season clothes that she did not want to keep in her room because to have 3 girls in one room is a lot. So I'm going to put a label on it as well, which it did have before. Bad news. He wants to keep it all. That's okay. All right, so, all right, that's fine. It's fine. All right, Crecia's clothes. So, because this didn't fit, although I could put it here. I do try to hold pretty tightly to the thought that I cannot declutter for someone else. They do have their own possessions. They belong to them. I want them to have independence. I want them to make decisions. I want them to live out the consequences of their own decisions, learn their own lessons, and even though keeping something may not make sense to me, it's not mine. Now I can deal with this box. These are homeschool books, which I need to go through at some point. I don't need to keep all of it, but I do need to keep samples. But this was Fran's homeschool stuff. And I'm going to keep it at least until he gets his bachelor's degree, and then I'll get rid of it. Because if you were to switch schools midstream and go to a school that's a little bit more picky about homeschoolers, I feel like I would like to have proof of his year or his years. So, okay, that was easy. Cover. Then I have a little messy label here so I can remember what it was. And I can go down here. And then this can go with empty boxes that my son can use to move. That is another empty box, so I'll get rid of those. I think I'm going to move the shoes over. Because I'm pretty sure these all belong to Fran. Yep. There could be a reason I had them on that shelf. I hate it when that happens. All right, let's go on over here. Because that frees me up a little over here. What's this? This is trash. This is trash. This is half stuff. That goes in here. These are colored pencils, which they are most likely to use. This is trash that escaped as well. So here's where I am at right now, which I feel pretty good about. This, I'm trying to think, other than like homeschool records, which I kind of consider mine, none of this is mine, except for that sewing machine, which I'd like to get a new one and just get rid of that because it doesn't even work very good. This is full of photos, that's photos, and so that's the photos, and yes, I know we shouldn't have photos up, down here, but this is where we're at. So that is the big project I really need to get on in 2023, as well as dividing up the china between any kids who want it. I did get rid of china that wasn't sentimental to us, and that will just get divided up. And then that is one more box that fits on the shelf. Click on the box above if you would like more basement decluttering motivation. Remember, as always, that God loves you and I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.